Hello and welcome. My name is Zafar Iqbal and you are watching the Mojo Story. In a tit for tat, Pakistan has conducted airstrikes inside Iran a day after Iran bombed some terrorist locations which it described were inside Pakistan. Pakistan has carried out these airstrikes, according to reports, 50 kilometers inside Iran. Now, Pakistan has come out with a statement. Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Ministry has issued a statement, and they have in fact confirmed this news that strikes have been conducted inside Iran on Baloch groups, separatist groups, which conduct their terrorist activities inside Pakistan. Now, there is that statement on your screen. Operation Barg Mar Sarmachar. That's the name given by Pakistan to this operation. Now, uh, Pakistan Foreign Affairs Ministry has stated that a number of terrorists were killed in the operation Marg Bar Sarmachar, emphasizing that it was a manifestation of Pakistan's commitment to safeguard its national security. The strikes were carried out in the Sistan of Baluchistan province of Iran, bordering Pakistan, while Pakistan asserted that the operation was in pursuit of its own security and national interests. Iranian media has reported 7 casualties, including 4 children. Now, uh, Pakistan has also described in that statement Iran as a brotherly country and reiterated its respect for Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Foreign Ministry has highlighted Pakistan's consistent sharing of concerns with Iran about safe terrorist havens inside Iran. So that's the statement of Pakistan. Now, remember when Iran conducted those strikes on Pakistan a day before, Pakistan had said that 2 children were killed and 3 children were killed and 2 girls were also injured in that attack. And today, in a retaliatory tit for tat attack by Pakistan deep inside Iran, you can see from those visuals, there have been uh, damage caused to the buildings out there in those Pakistani strikes. Pakistan has not clarified whether it has used missiles or it has used drones or what sort of munition was used to carry out those strikes. But what is clear is that it has been an aerial strike inside Iran in a tit for tat. Pakistan has retaliated to Iran's bombing of uh, terrorist targets inside Pakistan with airstrikes. Now, both the countries have claimed that they are targeting terrorists and not forces, defense forces, or civilians, but just the terrorists. Now, remember, this is happening in Balochistan. Balochistan is a huge region. Part of it is in Iran and part of it is in Pakistan. Now, there have been separatist sentiments inside Balochistan. Balochistan Liberation Army has been carrying out terrorist strikes inside Pakistan, and Pakistan has been saying that they have their safe havens in uh, Iran, but Iran claimed that that a terrorist group, a Sunni terrorist group, which was responsible for carrying out attacks on policemen and security force personnel inside Iran, was targeted in their strikes inside Pakistan in Balochistan a day before. Now, all of this is happening in India's neighborhood. India has said that, of course, it's a matter between India and between Pakistan and Iran, but every country has uh, has to defend itself and there is zero tolerance for terrorism as far as India is concerned. Though India has made that much very clear, uh, but there are also Americans uh, who have stated that again hit out at Iran and what America calls a double standard by Iran. Remember, Iran before hitting out at Pakistan carried out strikes inside Iraq and Syria. Let's actually hear what the American spokesperson had to say.
We've seen Iran violate the sovereign borders of 3 of its neighbors in just the past couple days, and I will say that the difference is the context very much matters. I think it is a little rich for on one hand Iran to be the leading funder of terrorism in the region, the leading funder of instability in the region, and on the other hand, claim that it needs to take these actions to counter terrorism. So when you've seen us take action, it has been in Iraq, where our forces are at the invitation of the Iraqi government. That's the only reason our forces are there. And you've seen us take action against the Houthis, which we have done as part of an international coalition and after a United Nations Security Council resolution condemning the Houthis for their attacks on commercial shipping.
There you can see that America drawing a comparison between the strikes that America is carrying out against terrorists and the ones that Iran claims to be carrying within in its neighborhood on terrorist hideouts. Remember, Iran has struck in Iraq, in Syria, and in Pakistan, three of its neighboring countries in a matter of just a few days. Now, Pakistan has clearly said that Iran's actions are unacceptable. Here is Pakistan, spokesperson of Pakistan Foreign Ministry, making that clear and also calling back its ambassador and asking the Iranian ambassador not to return to Pakistan. Let's hear.
Provoked and blatant breach of Pakistan's sovereignty by Iran is a violation of international law and the purposes and principles of the Charter of the United Nations. This illegal act is completely unacceptable and has no justification whatsoever. Pakistan reserves the right to respond to this illegal act, and the responsibility for the consequences will lie squarely with Iran. We have conveyed this message to the government of Iran. We have also informed them that Pakistan has decided to recall its ambassador from Iran and that the Iranian ambassador to Pakistan, who is currently visiting Iran, may not return for the time being. We have also decided to suspend all high-level visits which were ongoing or were planned between Pakistan and Iran in the coming days. Thank you.
Right. That was Pakistan yesterday, and today Pakistan has retaliated. It seems that retaliation is in equal proportion. There are some reports that 7 places were targeted by Pakistan in those aerial strikes, but there is still no clarity about the weapons used, whether they were drones used, whether they were missiles used. What is clear, though, is that Pakistan has conducted aerial strikes inside Iran in retaliation to Iran's action on Pakistan a day before. Now, children and women have been killed. That is the reports that's coming from Iran. Same ways, those were the reports that came out from Pakistan a day before. So, a tit for tat response by Pakistan to Iranian aggression on Pakistan. What Iran claimed was targeting the terrorist safe havens inside Pakistan, and Pakistan has responded in equal measure. But both the countries seem to tone down the rhetoric for a bit as well. The Iranian foreign minister speaking in Davos said that Pakistan is a brotherly, friendly country and they are only wanting to target the terrorist hideouts in Pakistan. And Pakistan has similarly said that Iran is a brotherly country and they're just going after the terrorists in that country. And they said that they have raised this issue with Iran many times in the past, and there were inputs that the terrorists were assembling to carry out some sort of a terror attack inside Pakistan. So this was a preemptive strike. But what happens here on? Will Iran go up the escalation ladder? Will Iran strike back? We are looking at a dangerous situation here. This could escalate and quickly turn into a war between Iran and Pakistan, just at a time when a war is underway in Middle East, war between Israel and Hamas. Been Israel has also been backed by America and other countries, while we're seeing Houthis targeting ships inside the Red Sea, and there are Israel has conducting strikes on Hezbollah targets also inside Lebanon. So the theater of war seems to be expanding here with Iran striking on Iraq and Syria and now targeting Pakistan and Pakistan hitting back. There seems to be an escalation here. But the point is that what is Iran going to do now? The ball is clearly in Iran's court. Pakistan has hit back to Iranian aggression. Will Iran go up the escalation ladder and strike back on Pakistan? That could actually trigger a reaction and lead to a full blown war. Of course, Pakistan and Iran trying to tone it down right now. But clearly, there's a difference here that while Iran has targeted Iraq and Syria, Pakistan has one of the largest armies in the world. It's a nuclear powered army. So clearly that there is an entirely different dimension here. So what is Iran going to do next? There's also pressure within Pakistan that how is Pakistan going to respond to this aggression? Pakistan took several diplomatic measures. It expelled the diplomat of Iran. It asked its own diplomat to to return, and then we're seeing a military action as well a day later. Now, what is Iran going to do here on? There are some reports that Iran has taken its ballistic missiles to the border with Pakistan, but clearly some are clearly analyzing that why is Iran striking at its neighbors in a matter of a few days on those terrorist hideouts which it claims. Clearly it has something to got to do with the war in Middle East. Now here you can see on that photo Pakistani caretaker prime minister and Iranian foreign minister on the day when Iran carried out that strike inside Pakistan. Now it was not clear whether they were meeting at the same time before that strike, but clearly the messaging was different. While they were meeting in Davos and discussing bilateral relations, at the same time Iran was carrying out a strike inside Pakistan. That has really triggered this series of events, and now it's come down to Pakistan hitting back at Iran and carrying out those aerial strikes. Now, how is Iran going to respond is the big question. But Pakistan domestically, it has uh, been feeling the pressure with people on the street asking for some sort of a response. Remember, Pakistan is going through a churn. There is political instability in Pakistan. Its most popular leader, Imran Khan, has been jailed. His party has been banned, and they are going into elections in a matter of a couple of months. So, obviously, Pakistan has its own compulsions. But Pakistan has said that they have taken this step in the national interest of their country, and they have struck at Iran in response to the strikes that were carried out by Iran on terrorist hideouts in Pakistan. So clearly, there seems to be a dangerous situation developing in the neighborhood of India. Of course, India would be keeping a close watch on those developments, but we'll have to wait and watch for the Iranian response. Of course, the response Pakistan has retaliated in equal measure, and it has also carried out aerial strikes on Pakistan and confirmed that its foreign ministry has already issued a statement, and it said that the operation has been named as Marg Bar Sarmachar. Now that's a Persian word, the operation is emphasizing that it's a manifestation of Pakistan's commitment to safeguard its national security. That's what its foreign ministry is saying. The strikes were carried out in the Sistano-Baluchistan province of Iran, bordering Pakistan, while Pakistan asserted that the operation was in pursuit of its own security and national interests. Iranian media has reported 7 casualties, including 4 children. Now, remember, when Iran carried out those strikes on Pakistan, Pakistani media also reported casualties of children in those Iranian strikes. But Iran said that it was terrorists who they targeted, and Pakistan is also claiming that many terrorists have been killed in those retaliatory strikes on Iran. Now, Pakistan has described at the same time, while carrying out those attacks inside Iran, that Iran is a brotherly country and reiterated its respect for Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Pakistani Foreign Ministry has highlighted Pakistan's consistent concerns with Iran about safe havens for Pakistani origin terrorists. So both countries blaming each other for giving shelter and safe haven to terrorists which are carrying out strikes uh, after crossing the border. Remember, this is the Balochistan region. Part of it is in Iran, part of it is in Pakistan. In Pakistan, obviously, there has been an insurgency for years altogether. Baloch insurgents have been carrying out strikes on Pakistani army repeatedly, and Pakistan has been saying that they are having their safe havens in Iran. Now, Pakistan shares a border with Iran, with Afghanistan, with India. Of course, this is not the first time that uh, Pakistan's sovereignty has been breached in the past. When Osama bin Laden was taken out by Americans, they crossed over their commandos, their marine commandos crossed over into Pakistan and carried out that strike in which Osama bin Laden was taken out. And then, after the Uri attack, India struck back, and the Indian forces crossed the LOC and carried out those attacks. And then, after Pulwama, there was this Balakot surgical strike by India, which Pakistan responded to on 27th February, uh, a day later. But clearly, this is a different sort of a equation here. This Iran all of a sudden carrying out strikes on three of its neighbors, on Iraq, on Syria, and on Pakistan, while other two countries have also protested against those strikes. But Pakistan has retaliated by going inside Iran and carrying out aerial strikes on the targets which it claims are terrorist safe havens inside Iran. But Iran reports from Iran are saying that women and children have been killed in those attacks. But at the same time, both the countries seem to tone down by saying that they are brotherly countries, and these attacks are not specific to the defense forces of those countries or to the people, but just against terrorists. But clearly, the relation between the two countries has reached its lowest point. It's for the first time that Iranians have crossed the border and carried out attacks inside Pakistan, and Pakistan has retaliated by carrying out aerial strikes inside Iran. So clearly, uh, it has opened a new theater, sort of, while Iran has been targeting Israeli supporters. Israel has been targeting people backed by Iran. That's one dimension of it. That's one theater of it. The second theater that Iran is opening by carrying out those strikes on Iraq, on Syria, and now on Pakistan. Pakistan has retaliated by carrying out strikes inside Iran. You can see from those visuals, those are the strikes, those are the visuals that are there of Pakistani strikes inside Iran. Now, those are aerial strikes. Pakistan has used its aerial power to carry out those strikes. We exactly don't know the munition that has been used. What we know is in the Iranian strikes, it was the drones and the missiles that were used. What has Pakistan used? Obviously, it has used its air power to carry out those strikes deep inside Iran, and there have been casualties. Pakistan has said that many terrorists have been killed in those attacks. The big question is that how is Iran going to respond? Will Iran go up the escalation ladder and strike back on Pakistan, or will the things settle down here? It seems that Pakistan has given a proportional response to Irani aggression, Iran's bombing of Pakistan, what it claims were terrorist hideouts inside Pakistan. Pakistan seems to have given a proportional response, and both the countries have on record accepted that they carried out these strikes inside Iran and Pakistan. Obviously, we'll keep a close watch on this story. How is Iran going to respond? What is Iranian foreign ministry going to see? How is Iranian military going to respond? Will Iran go up the escalation ladder? Will it hit back on Pakistan? And how is Pakistan going to respond? Remember, Pakistan is more populous. It has a bigger army, but more importantly, it's a nuclear armed state. So that complicates the whole thing. But for now, it seems that the response has been proportional. There was pressure, domestic pressure inside Pakistan, and also Pakistan had made it clear that it is going to pay back. Now we're going to, with all eyes on Iran, how Iran is going to respond, and what are the measures that Iran is going to take on diplomatic and on military fronts. We'll keep a close watch on this story, but for now, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for watching the Mojo Story.
Mojo Story has always made a commitment to its viewers to go to where the story is. And as you can see here, we are at the epicenter of the Israel war on Gaza. We are right at the front line, about 1 mile from the Gaza Strip, as the Israeli military gets ready with its tanks and its gunners to begin its final frontal assault that will take troops into Gaza. As we said, we are not like other organizations. We believe in giving you all sides of the story objectively and as much as possible from the ground. And that's exactly what we're doing here, covering the biggest global story today from the epicenter of the war zone. So please, we need your support. Support us, become a Mojo member, subscribe to us, spread the word, and thank you for your support.